Hey guys, Forever 40 here. We are gonna hang out and do our nails because I just love looking at my nails and being happy that I've invested in their appearance. It just makes me feel so good. So that's what I want to show you today. What I've done is I have purchased this from the dollar store. I love the color, but I'm not a fan of the shape, so that's not a problem. I'm going to trim them down and file them into the shape that I prefer. I've found, so I use press-on nails, and I was really surprised with how much of a solution they were because I'll tell you what, I paint my nails and they're chipped within a day. And not to mention, I've waited for them to dry and, you know, in the meantime, while they're drying, they're getting dented or, I have to pick up my kid, change a diaper. Yeah, it's just not a successful procedure and I don't get very good return on my time investment. And then what else did I try? I tried the dipping powder. That was kind of a little high maintenance on the application because you got to dip multiple times and then you got to you know, file them down and then you got to make sure they're the right shape, and it was just more involved than I wanted it to be, but they did last longer than the nail polish. And then I was like, you know what? I was looking at some influencer and I was like, those are press-on nails. Okay, let's investigate. I didn't do press-on nails since my mid-teens. I'm 40 years old. So I gave them a chance. I bought some on Amazon and I bought a 3-pack of this glue so that I could have one in my purse, one upstairs, and one downstairs. And then come to find out all the other little packages that I purchased, they come with their own glue, so that's a handy little travel piece. So, you can stash them. And that's the secret. That's what you got to do. So when you put them on, they are going to pop off throughout the week. Each one of my nails pops off one at a time. By the time 2 weeks have gone by, I have had maybe one of each finger pop off once, but that's not a problem. It's not a problem because I pull this out of my purse. I put 1 drop of glue on my finger, and then I take the nail that just popped off of my finger and I press it down for that long, and boom, it's fixed. Literally that amount of time, my problem is solved. So I am not bothered when that happens. Even if I'm in the middle of something, I just grab it, put it in my pocket. When I pass my purse, I grab my glue and I put a drop and boom. It takes more time to go to the bathroom, and I'm talking number 1 bathroom, than it does to fix one of these nails. And so I am sold. And so that's my story, and that's why I'm excited to share it with you, because these nails, they were a full $1 at the dollar store. And guess what? I'm gonna use them multiple times because there are plenty left over. I have set out my 10 sizes here. You want to obviously make sure you push back your cuticles properly and, get your nails trimmed to the right length. I like when it's my natural nails, I like the length of 0. If they are long enough to get dirt underneath them, I am trimming them. So that's my natural nail. Then when I put the fake nail on, that, I will trim them down and file them into a shape that I prefer. So let's get started. I'm gonna start the application right in front of you and you can see how easy it is, okay? So I like to start with the fingers that I don't need for dexterity. So I will do my pinky finger first, and then my ring fingers, because the learning curve is kind of happening, especially if you haven't worked with like this specific brand of nail, you know, or if you're just like sitting down and warming up with this project, you know. So I do, little tip, I like to start with my pinky and then ring finger because they are less consequential when it comes to dexterity. And then by then I've kind of warmed up on this whole like project, and I can apply my main events because they get the majority of the work. So here we go. Let's do just a drop of glue on my pinky. And I'm going to press my finger down on the desk and use that as a brace while I push the nail onto the nail bed. I will put the part of the nail that is closest to my cuticle on first, and then hinge the rest of the nail down to the tip. So the way I'm doing it is I do this and I lower it, and then I hold it. And that was how long it took while I was talking. It's on. Ooh, it's long. I'm gonna cut them. I am left-handed, so I'm gonna do my ring finger now. Ugh, it's hard to squeeze these bottles. Well, that's a good thing. I don't wanna like squeeze more than I need out of it, because like this stuff, it is glue, it is stuck on contact. So you want to make sure that your nail is straight. Gosh, I put these on like the last set that I did. They were so crooked. Oh my God. But that was just fine. Like, it was okay that they were crooked because I just filed them down to be straight. So, I mean, I'm reckless with this, okay? All right, I've got those. Wow. I am slaying with these fingers. Okay, now I'm gonna do my left pinky. I've got my glue on, and I'm gonna put this on the, okay. There we go, press it down. It's nice to have the desk for my finger to like just rest on, so that I don't have to push up with my finger and down with my nail. I just kind of rest it on the desk and on with the nail. There we go. Oh my God, you guys, I took my wedding ring to the store that we got it from, and they did the cleaning with the ultrasonic, and no wonder I got to do my nails today, and no wonder I went with this, because like I just love how sparkly it is. It gets so gummed up, you know, between poop with my kid diaper or whatever, you know, like just, I'm not like sticking my ring into his poopy diaper, but like just the residues of life end up on the things that I wear. Fancy that. I mean, I guess if that doesn't happen, are you even living life, you know? So here we go. I hope I can get this done and shown to you guys before my ticking time bomb goes off. We will see. Okay, 4 down, 6 to go. All right, let's do these middle fingers. So I don't know about you, but my middle fingernail is like the widest. I mean, it's almost as wide as my thumbnail. I wear the same size for my index and ring finger when it comes to like the nail bed size. And oh yeah, that one's crooked. I don't know if you could see it, but it's totally going that way. That's okay, doesn't matter. Here I thought that I was gonna get better as I moved along. Okay, now I've got the left one here. I think it's because I'm talking while I'm doing this, so I'll be thinking of you guys while I look at my nails. Oh my gosh, this one's crooked too. It's gone that way. Okay, almost done here. You are seeing how quick this is. I mean, okay, index finger. So the thing is, I have lined up these sizes so that they're like ready to go. I pressed them on my nail, and made sure that they were correct for my nail bed. So you want it to be like, for me, I think the rule is that you want it to be just a hint smaller than your natural nail, because if there's overhang more than your natural nail, it's like covering your skin, and you don't want that. You want it to be just like glued and stuck and hovering over your skin itself, not you know, I mean, sorry, hovering over your nail itself, not your skin. That's, you know, I got that postpartum brain injury going on where your brain just like rearranges itself according to your new priority of having a kid. Actually, having to keep the kid alive and loved and fulfilled. Like, I had a hard enough time keeping myself loved and fulfilled, so now we just complicated the whole thing. These nails, oftentimes, like my nail bed is flat. It's pretty flat compared to these fake nails. This one's probably gonna pop off because I made a mess of the glue before I put it on. So I will press them down really hard to kind of like get the curvature of the fake nail to try to flatten out and match my nail bed. And that's why I think they pop off on my fingers like the first time around. But then so when I do once I put it on and then it pops off and I put it on the second time, usually like the buildup of the glue, like maybe I should use more glue in the first place, but I noticed that like that second application of glue kind of like fills in the more needy areas and has just a little hint of buildup to where it stays better. So like once I've repaired it once, I get really long wear out of them. So things to think about, like, so in order to get them off, I will soak them in like warm soapy water with a little bit of oil in it. So that should do the trick. I will also like take a little pipette and fill it with some acetone, and I'll like drop it along the perimeter, like where it's lifting a little, and like get it underneath here and let it just kind of stay there. I'll kind of squish it around to make sure that the nail polish remover is in there and let it do its thing. And then like usually within an hour or so, the nail is off. So that's how I do take them off. I will literally like, you know, put them on and repair them and like keep them until I'm bored. Like I will reapply the same nail like maybe up to like 3 times maybe. So we'll see how these dollar store ones do. Look at that. I did all of that while I was talking to you, and they're done. Like I'm good to go. Like I can go do some dishes now, and they're gonna stay on. They're not gonna get dented. They're not going to have to dry. I mean, of course, I think I'm gonna go shape these, but fancy that. How about that? Look at that. Now I get to do the ASMR thing, you know, and get all goofy with it. Like, I feel like such a female when I'm wearing these. I feel like a little diva. This cost me an entire $1. These were like, I got a 3-pack. It must have been like $6 or something. Oh no, I'll link it. And I'll link some of the other ones that I use. Like, I didn't think about it, but here. I don't know if you saw my videos, but I was wearing this color in the other videos. This is a fun one. The thing with these, like, I bought them because there's so many of them. So I can like lose them. I can do like probably, I don't know, at least 5 to 10 sets with these and like, you know, just throw them away when I'm done. But these ones, I will link them, but if you do buy them, just be aware that you do want to trim them and file them down because they do crack after a while. I mean, there were such cheapies. Like I was in the experimental phase of this application to like see if it was a good fit for my lifestyle, but now that it's a yes, like I am gonna use all these, and for what I use them for, they are great. Like I am going for getting the bang for my buck. I want to spend as little money as possible and get the biggest glam as I can out of that dollar. So this was fun. I got it done. My kid's asleep. It's a win. And yeah, I'm so excited I got to share that with you. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go shape these real quick and I will be right back. Okay, now they are filed. Now, I think I went a little bit short. I like to be able to just see them over the tip of my finger. Now, my natural nails are super thin and brittle, so that's why I keep them so short, because they will bend back if I use them on accident to like grip or grab, you know, or scratch, whatever. So that's kind of why I opted this route. And then the way I cut these off, like I just trimmed the tip off. Like I used my clipper to like get one side and then to get the other. I didn't go straight down the middle because then it would like bend the nail before it actually clipped it. So I would sneak in on one side and then I would sneak in on the other with my clipper, and then I would just kind of like, you know, wiggle it a little bit and sneak into the middle with my clipper, and I would snip it off. And then I just took a really rough, like the roughest one I could find of nail files, and just got that jagged edge smoothed out. And here we go. I kind of shaped them just a little bit, but you know, I even tried those like stick-on nail polish options and they were too expensive. Like I couldn't justify the price. So this has been a really great solution for me. Another thing to keep in mind, when you take a shower and like wash your hair and stuff, the water will kind of like get into your nail bed, and sometimes like that's the most common pop off that I have is right after the shower when I'm like squeezing out my hair or something. I'll have one pop off because my nail bed has softened and isn't as like, you know, stuck to the glue. But I do find that by keeping them shorter, they don't pop off as much. So, I mean, it's not like popping off is a problem in the first place, but they do last longer when they're shorter, just, you know, by the mechanics of it. So that's my thing. I am so glad I got to share it with you. And oh, looks like my guy is creeping around, so I need to go. See you next time.